Hello dear friends, Fisher here. Today we continue with our beautiful stories, The Power of the Spirit by ALFRED HOSP, also known as Freddy in the book. And then previously Bruno talking to Freddy and also Freddy's mom about Freddy and Lilo need to be looked after by Freddy's mom, and also that's her task. And also Bruno pointed out Freddy will write a book. And then Freddy's mom said, and actually weeping in tears, Mr. Groning, whatever will become of my son, since it was not possible for him to attend a school, and he cannot get by on his own. And Bruno said, Freddy, well, he doesn't need any school. At any rate, he received private instruction. And he doesn't need anything else. Besides, Freddy already has his profession. So you do not need to worry yourself about that, for he will still write a great deal. And Freddy's mom said, right, well, what will he write then? You can't live on that. And Bruno said, don't always immediately think about material things. Your son will write books and accurately report on everything that he has experienced with me, but that is his calling, which at the given time he will put into action. And later on, and Bruno basically passing on the message after he returned home to Freddy, and then Freddy will write with his one finger. And then he eventually wrote a book, and this book, The Power of the Spirit, about his experience with Bruno. So dear friend, Bruno always pointed out, as what humans always perceive, very limited of the reality we live in. And then we think often out of our left brain logic, and lots of things are not possible. As what written in Bible, so things are not possible for humans, but things are always possible for God. It's always we need to have a open mind thinking. And when you think it's not possible for you, and it is not possible for you, you will not achieve anything. When you believe everything is possible, everything good can be possibly achieved, and then you have open mind thinking, and then your mind, your spirit will expand. And then more things you will achieve in your life that you would never think is possible. Dear friend, it's very simple. You will not believe yourself often until you get it, until you have done it. That happened to many friends. Back 2 years ago, and then I rode a push bike around Australia. I didn't know why I want to do it. I just want to do it somehow. There was some urge and yearning in my heart, and then I need to do something different. So I did it, and I finished that trip. It was very, very difficult, but I did it. Before, I wouldn't think that was possible to ride a push bike around Australia for 15,000 kilometers. Lots of people wouldn't think it's possible for themselves. And I say, after I have done the trip, everything is possible. It is possible for even 80-year-old lady to do that. For 80-year-old gentleman to do that. It is possible. You first have to believe yourself. You first have to have faith in yourself. Have faith in God. If you don't even believe yourself, what you can do, and then you probably wouldn't make a start. So always keep your doors open for God intervention. As what Bruno said here, Freddy does not need any school, as most the education we receive these days is merely a delusion. As what Bruno said previously, I know it's very difficult to believe. Do you often question yourself? What knowledge do you receive? Do you receive the real knowledge? Do you receive the truth in your education? Whether you be a doctor, nurse, paramedic, or you be an engineer, and da 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 da. How often do you receive the truth? Is it what human being can do? Oh, there is a greater things human being can do, like walking on water. Maybe you think that's a crazy thought. As 2,000 years ago, Jesus asked his disciple Peter to walk with him on water, but Peter didn't have much faith, and then he was sinking, and then he has to ask Jesus for rescue. And in old saying, and the Christ said, love moves a mountain. Yes, how much love do we have? Yes, we can't move a mountain because our love is not great enough. Dear friends, how often you believe you can achieve incredible things in your life? If you don't believe yourself in the past, but at least start believing yourself now, you can have the perfect health. It is very simple, yet difficult. You can do it. You just need to believe and put it in practice. Ask God for His divine healing and obtain that healing. Not only demanding it, obtain it by absorbing the divine healing energy, which Bruno called a Heilstrom, to attain a good health. And don't always think about material things immediately. We're here on earth with our body temporarily in this big school to learn a great deal, and then we'll finish some lessons, and then some people or most people will come back again and then learn more lessons on earth, and some people will move on, and then we have the eternal spirit here. And always think that way, dear friend. If you think you're spirit and then you're here on earth to learn, to finish maybe the primary school here, I'm talking about the life as a primary school, and then you'll have less anxiety, and then your fear will disappear. When you stop believing you are only just a body, your fear will disappear. Oh, okay, I don't fear death anymore, because it's just merely a transition from the spirit to the body, from the non-physical to the physical reality. And then, of course, when we go from physical reality to the non-physical reality, it is just a cycle. Comes and goes, and comes and goes, and comes and goes. And this kind of cycle goes on until all the human beings are truly redeemed. So we don't have to come to this physical body anymore to attract lessons. And everybody has a divine task, and always ask yourself, dear friends, what is your task? What is your meaning in life? I know most people don't bother to ask themselves a question. What's the purpose of my life? What's the meaning of my life? It is very difficult. It is bothering the mind. But it's a very important question to ask. What is the meaning, or what is the purpose of our very existence? And Socrates once said, the unexamined life is not worth living. So make sure you examine your life all the time and reflect on it. Give yourself some feedbacks, and then you start to improve. Okay, dear friends, I wish you have a good day, and God bless.